After 8 weeks of paternity leave, Kai Takahashi returned to find his login erased. The screen glowed red. Access denied.
Legacy hires like you drag the modern stack down. Your account's been terminated. Bye.
The voice echoed from the server room. Shinji, the new IT head, had restructured everything in Kai's absence. Kai walked across the open floor to the server room. Colleagues glanced up nervously.
I've cleaned house. All old accounts are gone. You are obsolete, Takahashi.
I oversee core data pipelines. My credentials are tied to critical processes. This will cause outages.
Outages? The system's been fine without you. Maybe it'll finally run stable.
Kai saw it was useless. He turned and left the server room without another word. He picked up his bag from his desk. As he walked out, the office was silent. In the server room, an amber warning light flickered on the monitoring panel. A minor authentication error. Logged and dismissed. Word of Kai's dismissal spread through the office by lunchtime. Hushed voices at cubicles, stolen glances toward his empty desk.
6 authentication failures on the core pipeline in an hour. That can't be coincidence. Shinji-san. The authentication service is logging repeated failures since Takahashi-san's account was deleted.
Routine noise. Old accounts get scrubbed all the time. The system's self-correcting.
But the core inference module uses those credentials for the patent license heartbeat. If that stops,
then we'll update it. Now, if you are done chasing ghosts, I have actual work.
At his apartment, Kai sat on the couch, the framed patent certificate heavy on the table before him.
8 years since I signed this. The whole stack rests on this algorithm, and they have no idea.
In the server room, 2 more amber lights blinked on. The error log grew another entry, still ignored.
I need to pull the license validation logs. Something doesn't add up.
The next morning, a client dashboard threw a 503 error. Customer support phones lit up.
It's spreading. The authentication failure is hitting the front end now.
Mika searched the old commit history. A comment stopped her cold. Patent heartbeat, Kai Takahashi.
With the modernization, we've cut legacy bloat. No more obsolete engineers holding us back.
From the patent office, license validation due in 72 hours. Without authentication, patent will be suspended.
The system needs my login to validate the patent. Without it, the license suspends automatically.
Mika's screen filled with license heartbeat failures. The last successful check was before Kai's deletion.
The entire core inference engine depends on this patent. It's going to stop at noon tomorrow.
In the server room, 3 more warning indicators lit up. The error log ballooned, but IT still dismissed it.
He can't ignore this data forever. I'll force the issue.
The 503 error escalated to a full-blown incident within the hour. CTO Tanaka appeared on the conference screen. Voice urgent.
We have a critical service failure. Every department is affected. Who can explain this?
A routine cleanup caused temporary turbulence. I removed obsolete accounts as a security measure. The system will stabilize.
Tanaka-san, that's not accurate. The deleted account was tied to
legacy clutter. I already explained this to her. Let me handle it.
Enough. I want a full audit of all account deletions and system changes. Now, fix this, Shinji.
At home, Kai rose from the couch. He walked to a wall safe and spun the dial. He pulled out the original patent certificate, the bold lettering catching the light. Core algorithm. Inventor, Kai Takahashi.
If they don't know it by now, they'll learn soon enough. The whole company rests on this.
The server room monitoring panel flashed another warning. The error log had tripled in the last hour, and no one was reading it. At 10:17 a.m., the core inference engine crashed. Internal dashboards filled with 500 errors, and every client service window turned red.
The patent heartbeat is dead. I have to log every failure before Shinji scrubs the proof.
Mika stayed late into the night, copying the license validation logs to a secured archive, time-stamping each entry. In the server room, Shinji ran a cleanup script, deliberately targeting the authentication logs from the previous week.
He's deleting the evidence. The heartbeat records are vanishing from the system in real time.
Mika backed up the entire log chain onto an external drive, her hands trembling as the transfer reached 90%.
The patent validation window closes at noon. If the system's still down when the deadline hits, the company is finished.
In his apartment, Kai picked up his phone and dialed Mika's number.
Mika, what's happening? I've been watching the monitoring alerts all morning.
The line clicked, and Mika's voice came through, barely more than a breath.
Kai, the core license heartbeat is dead. Shinji deleted your credentials, and now the whole system can't validate the patent.
If my login doesn't validate by noon, the patent suspends automatically. The core engine shuts down permanently.
While they spoke, Shinji submitted his incident report. He blamed a random hardware glitch and claimed full remediation was underway. CTO Tanaka read the report and nodded slowly. The explanation fit the pressure of the moment. From her cubicle, Mika saw CTO accept Shinji's story. She bit her lip so hard it nearly bled. Kai's message blinked on her screen. "You have to show them the patent clause, Mika. The auditor needs to see the heartbeat logs."
If I show them, Shinji will know. I could lose my job. But the company will lose everything.
Mika stood up suddenly. Her chair rolled back and bumped the cubicle wall. She walked past the staring colleagues, toward the glass-walled CTO office, tablet clutched in her hand. She stopped outside Tanaka's door. Her hand hovered over the handle, trembling. Before Mika could knock, Shinji appeared from a side corridor and planted himself squarely in front of her.
This isn't your place, Junior. The CTO's dealing with a real crisis right now.
I have proof. The deletion triggered a patent license suspension. If we don't validate...
Proof. You've got speculation. Go back to your desk before you embarrass yourself.
He didn't move. Colleagues in the open office turned to stare. Mika's hand fell away from the handle. A klaxon blared over the intercom. The entire office screen network flashed red with critical system failure.
Hear that? That's real work, not your little log files. Get out of the way.
In his apartment, Kai saw the crash alerts multiply. He grabbed the patent certificate and stood up.
They won't fix this without me. Time to remind them who built the foundation.
Mika stepped back, her face pale. Shinji watched her retreat, then turned and entered the CTO's office alone. The red critical system failure alert spread to every monitor. The core engine was offline and clients were dropping by the second.
This is an all-hands emergency. Every technical lead to the conference room now.
In the server room, Shinji's face drained of color. He hammered at the keyboard, trying to mask the deletion logs. At the building entrance, Kai Takahashi stepped through the glass doors, patent certificate held tight under his arm. The receptionist looked up from her console, startled. She hadn't seen Kai since his leave began. Kai walked past the front desk without stopping. The framed certificate gleamed under the fluorescent lights. In the server room, Shinji's hands shook. The system was failing faster than he could cover his tracks.
Tanaka-san, I am isolating the fault. It's worse than we thought.
Kai bypassed the elevator bank and headed for the stairs. He wasn't waiting to be announced. He climbed toward the executive floor, each step echoing his resolve. Kai stepped off the stairwell onto the executive floor, patent framed at his side. He walked toward the CTO's office without hesitation. Shinji stepped out of Tanaka's office and froze. His eyes locked on Kai. Then he grabbed his phone.
Security. There's a trespasser on the executive floor. Kai Takahashi. Get him out now.
Kai didn't break stride. He walked past Shinji as if he were a ghost, his eyes on the CTO's door. From her cubicle, Mika saw Kai. She shoved her chair back and sprinted across the floor to intercept him. She reached his side just as two security guards appeared at the far end of the hall.
Touch him, and the entire system dies. He's the patent holder. You'll be responsible.
The guards hesitated, exchanging uncertain glances. Shinji's face twisted in rage.
She's lying. They're both trying to sabotage the recovery. Arrest them.
The CTO's office door swung open, His assistant stood frozen, taking in the scene.
What is going on here?
Tanaka-san, this man deleted his own account. Now he's trying to disrupt the emergency response.
Kai didn't speak. He simply extended the framed patent certificate toward the CTO. Tanaka took it, his eyes scanning the bold text. Core algorithm, inventor, Kai Takahashi. The frame felt heavy.
Sir, the core algorithm is his. The deletion triggered an automatic license suspension. He built this system.
Tanaka's face drained of color as he read the license suspension clause. He gripped the frame tighter.
That clause is outdated. His account was a security risk. We needed modernization.
Enough, Shinji. Let me see the full report.
The security guards stepped back, uncertain. All eyes in the hallway were on the patent. Tanaka looked from the patent to Kai, his expression demanding an explanation that Kai had not yet given. The silence stretched, heavy with unspoken questions.
Clause 7. This patent license is automatically suspended upon termination of the inventor's system account.
Tanaka's head snapped up. He glared at Shinji, his voice dropping to a dangerous rumble.
You knew about this clause. Mika warned you, and you deleted his account anyway?
I didn't think it would. The system never relied on one person before. It was just a legacy account.
A legacy account that holds up our entire business model. Do you have any idea what this outage is costing us?
Shinji's mouth opened and closed, no words coming. The security guards looked away.
Takahashi-san, please, can you restore the patent license? We'll do whatever it takes.
Kai looked at the patent in Tanaka's hands. He looked at Shinji, crumbling against the wall. He looked back at the CTO. He said nothing. The silence stretched, and with every passing second, the crisis deepened. The company's fate hung on the next words of the man they had called obsolete.
I'll restore the system, but I have 3 conditions. First, a public apology in front of every person who heard you call me obsolete. Second, renegotiation of the patent license at full market royalties, backdated to the original signing. Third, Shinji is removed from any position with technical authority. Tonight.
The CTO stared at the patent, then at the crashing screens. Time was bleeding out.
Done. But if we lose the noon deadline, there's no company to apologize to. Now fix it.
Tanaka signaled the security guards. They grabbed Shinji's arms and pulled him toward the stairwell.
You'll regret this, Takahashi. This isn't over.
Shinji's shouts echoed down the stairwell as the guards pulled him away. The office watched in stunned silence. Kai looked at Mika, then at the CTO. Without another word, he strode toward the server room, the patent still under his arm. Kai sat at his old workstation. He inserted a temporary token into the console.
Takahashi Kai. Emergency override. Reinitializing patent heartbeat.
The monitor flickered. The red access denied screen dissolved, replaced by a green validation prompt. He typed rapidly. The digital certificate accepted. The patent license validation resumed, 2 hours before the noon deadline. On the main monitoring wall, system components shifted from red to amber, then green, one after another.
Payment gateway is online. Core inference module reconnecting. All client services responding.
In the open office, colleagues who had watched in terror began to clap. Some wiped tears. CTO Tanaka stepped into the server room, watching the green indicators spread across the wall. His voice was unsteady.
Good work, Takahashi. Now, about those new patent terms. We'll sign whatever you need.
We'll talk after the systems are fully stable. Mika, run a full diagnostic.
During the full diagnostic, a critical alert flashed. The data pipeline was choking. Throughput dropped to 30%.
This is Shinji's work again. He refactored the fallback module, and now it can't handle the restored load.
Kai, we could use our prototype, the one we built during lunch breaks. It's stable enough.
The next-gen algorithm? We haven't stress-tested it at this scale, but it might be our only option.
They exchanged a look, one born from months of quiet collaboration. Mika's hand was already on her keyboard.
Initiating hot patch, Project Sakura. Deploying to the pipeline node now.
The dashboard flickered. The throughput graph, which had been plummeting, paused, then rocketed to full capacity.
What was that? The pipeline just self-healed. What did you do?
A collaboration project. Mika and I have been building it in our spare time. It's not ready for announcement yet.
Tanaka looked from the monitoring screen to them, his expression unreadable. The seed of a new possibility had been planted. A security alert pulsed on the master console. Unauthorized remote access to the pipeline node. The IT team traced the source. The IP matched Shinji's personal laptop, still connected to the building Wi-Fi.
He's still on the network? Terminate his access immediately. Security, lock down every floor.
In a hallway near the lobby, Shinji crouched over his laptop screen, fingers flying across the keyboard. 2 security guards burst through the lobby doors, tracking the signal directly to his location.
You can't touch me. I am Senior IT. This is a misunderstanding.
A guard yanked the laptop from his hands and powered it down. The screen died instantly. Kai watched from the window overlooking the lobby. His expression was cold and final. Beside him, Mika turned away, her face tight. The patch held, but the betrayal still stung.
Escort him off the premises. Notify HR. He's terminated for cause. Effective immediately.
An hour later, Tanaka called Kai and Mika into his office. The crisis screens were dark, replaced by calm dashboards.
Your quick patch saved us millions. Kai, I want you as Chief Systems Architect. Permanent, full authority.
I accept, on condition. Mika is promoted to Deputy Lead of Core Engineering, and we get a dedicated lab.
Done. She's earned it. You'll have the budget and resources to finish your prototype. Present your project proposal by end of week. If it holds up, we'll fast-track a new patent application.
Mika's eyes widened. She looked at Kai, then back at Tanaka.
We won't let you down, sir. The Project Sakura is the next generation. It's ready for scaling.
Kai placed the patent certificate on the table between them. It had become their shared foundation.
This is the past. Sakura is the future. We'll have the full proposal on your desk by Friday.
Kai and Mika exchanged a small, determined smile. The battle had been won, but the real work was just beginning. Over the next few weeks, the department doubled. New engineers filled the floor, and the atmosphere buzzed with innovation. Day after day, Kai and Mika sat side by side in the lab, debugging and refining. Their shoulders almost touched.
The Module 3 refactor is holding. Your optimization cut latency by 40%.
It works because we built it together. I still keep the napkin from our first lunch sketch.
A young engineer set 2 steaming coffees on their desk, smiled knowingly, and slipped away without a word. In a cramped documentation room, Shinji stared at a terminal. A thick manual lay unopened beside him.
They think they've won, but I still have access to the old test servers.
In the laboratory, the final simulation of Project Sakura loaded. Every metric glowed a steady green.
Kai, the final simulation passed. All node tests are green. We're ready for the board.
Kai exhaled slowly. Mika's hand rested on the desk near his. The next step was the boardroom. In the boardroom, executives sat around a long table. Kai stood at the head, his first slide glowing on the wall.
Project Sakura eliminates the single-point failure our core algorithm faces. It's self-healing, multi-node, and scales linearly.
Mika tapped a key. The live demo flipped between a crashing legacy system and Sakura, absorbing the load without a hitch.
This could double our throughput. Sakura makes our current core look obsolete.
It's built on a new architecture. No single dependency. No single license bottleneck.
Kay, who co-invented this. I know you've been working with someone.
Mika did. She's been the backbone of this project from the start. Every optimization, every stress test.
Mika's cheeks flushed. Murmurs of appreciation rippled around the table. The boardroom broke into applause. A patent attorney, seated by the window, stood, holding a prepared filing. Kai and Mika exchanged a look. The next patent was already in motion, built on a foundation no one would ever delete again. The press release hit every office screen. Bold letters announced, co-inventors Kai Takahashi and Mika Sato. Kai signed the new patent contract, double royalties, retroactive from the original filing date.
Mom, Dad, look. They put my name on it. We did it.
In the documentation room, Shinji stared at his terminal. The same announcement scrolled across the screen.
Co-inventors. The legacy hire and the junior engineer. I was supposed to be the future.
His jaw tightened. He closed the laptop with a soft click. The room fell silent. He looked around, stacks of manuals, dust motes in the dim light. This was his only domain now. He stood up, the chair scraping the floor. No one in the hallway noticed. He walked past the celebration, past Kai and Mika's new lab, out the front doors. The automatic door closed behind him. The office buzzed with laughter. His absence went unnoticed. After the celebration, Kai and Mika slipped away to the office rooftop. The city lights were just beginning to glow.
I couldn't have done any of this without you, Mika. Not the restoration, not Sakura.
You were the one who believed in me first. Back when I was just a junior with no voice.
Remember that first lunch when we sketched the prototype on a napkin?
You spilled coffee on it. I still keep that napkin, stain and all.
They stood side by side, the skyline stretching before them. Her hand brushed against his.
I was just a legacy hire to them. You never saw me that way.
Because you never were. You were always the heart of the system.
The sunset painted the sky in amber and rose. They didn't need more words. In that quiet, everything unspoken was understood. The next chapter was theirs to write. Months later, Sakura went live worldwide. Company stocks soared, and the office prepared for a celebration. CTO Tanaka took the stage, holding a crystal award engraved with the company logo.
For his transformative contributions, the board awards Kai Takahashi the Lifetime Innovation Award.
Kai stepped to the microphone. The room fell silent.
This isn't just my achievement. Mika, you've been my partner in every line of code and every long night.
Mika's eyes welled up. She pressed her fingers to her lips, a tear slipping down. The crowd erupted in applause and a collective awe. Some wiped tears.
Here is to the next algorithm, and whatever comes after.
He found Mika's eyes in the crowd and held her gaze. The cheers grew louder. For the first time, the company saw them not just as co-inventors, but as partners in every sense. The office cafeteria was quiet at this hour. At their usual table, Kai and Mika sat with 2 steaming coffees and a white napkin between them. Kai drew a clean flowchart with a pen. Mika took the pen and added a branching path beside it.
Think the board is ready for this one?
They weren't ready for us the first time. They'll catch up.
They laughed together, a sound that echoed softly in the empty cafeteria. The napkin filled with arrows and notes, a new architecture taking shape.
No single point of failure this time. We learned that lesson.
We learned a lot more than that.
He looked at her, and for a moment the napkin simply rested between them. The camera pulled back from their table, past the windows where morning sun flooded the office, carrying the promise of what they would build next.